Okay, this is about the Blade MSR. Um, you can have a lot of trouble with it. It could be fussy. If you have any problems with it, just um, send me some comments or some emails on it. I've rebuilt it. Sometimes you have servo problems. Um, I've done just about everything possible with it. Uh, Including adjusting these bars, which control forward, aileron, stabilization to help it hover, whether it goes back or whether it goes forward, depending on your trim. Um, would have to be adjusted either clockwise or counterclockwise on this particular one here. And this one I had just rebuilt. I put in a new motor. So a lot of times the main motor will go and the front light will stop blinking. Okay, and if you feel the main motor, if it's hot, then there's a short in the main motor. Very easy to pop back in. If the servos are twitching, you take off the servo, you wipe with alcohol, put the servo back on. If it's still twitching, and you can pop out the motor, so you don't have to put in a new motor on the servo. You can see it. Where is it? Right there. It just slides right out. Um, if you have spare motherboards, you just take an old servo off and screw it in with 4 screws, slide in the new motor, and that should take care of it if you've had a extra board hanging around, because they're 60 bucks for a board. um, the only modifications I did on this one is I put in an aluminum main shaft, which gives it a lot of stability. So in my next video, I'll show you how stable this one is. This one I fly in the house because it's so stable, but it has very, very fast forward speed. Um, that's because I have this particular one trimmed almost all the way back to keep it stable. Okay, so when you push forward, the aircraft will fly forward very good. And ailerons are very, very sensitive, especially to the left. If it goes to the left, you got to make sure you keep the nose up so that it turns in the direction or circles in the direction you want it. But using your ailerons to turn this is the way to do it. Don't fly it like you would fly a toy helicopter, like you would just use the rotor to make your turns like that. No, that's not how you're going to make a turn. You're going to make a turn by banking and using the rotor at the same time. And when I'm talking about fast, I mean fast. It could go. So that's how you would do it, as though you were using a collective pitch rather than a fixed pitch. So fly it like a collective pitch, bank it, and use that tail. But as you bank, the nose is going to want to go down, so you have to keep the nose up a little bit, and it will circle. Okay. If you get in a panic, just let go of the stick and it'll level itself right back off, or it should. Just make sure you have that tail trimmed so that it's not going back and forth. That just saves you a little work with your right hand. But again, it takes up to 100 adjustments a minute to keep the helicopter stable. Okay, on my next video, I'll show you with the new motor and how it works by me replacing the servo. And again, anytime a servo or anything goes wrong with the helicopter, the front light will blink on the board so that the board doesn't blow up. So before you go out and buy another board, make sure everything else is working properly. And this one is a lot of fun. Okay, that'll be on my next video.